Well, folks, you know, here we are. Let's get maybe a little something like this. This is the program of the Irish dancing I went to the other day. Howdy. I am we could maybe do this one too. Let's do. I am. Oh, that's not good. Can we do this one? There we go. I am 3+Kei. And I am here to encourage you to pursue the smile. Is there anything identifying in here? Let's look. We'll do this one instead. I'm here to encourage you to pursue the smile by prioritizing the Lord, your physical health, and persistent education. We're off on an angle because this little setup in front of me is crazy. So let's move the computer over here, put this right here. Y'all ready? Got the dinosaur, put it over here. This number, I still haven't called, need to call that. Get the Bible together, put this mouse over here like so, and now we can kind of, shoot. And then, all right. Hey, Poppy. Just dropping in. Hey, I'm glad you corrected yourself. That was inappropriate. Just popping in. Poppy's popping in. But gotta sleep soon because the surgery is, dang, is at 6 a.m. So I gotta be up at 3:30. I'm gonna have my phone on tomorrow. I'm gonna put it on. I have a family visit, Poppy. But it don't matter. I'm gonna turn that ringer on. Oh, this space is called the Secret Heart Club. It's for the oddball Christians, people that ride dirty like this. For the oddball Christians and the Christ curious to come together in community. Community. And there's a theme song. It goes a little bit like this. Welcome to the Secret Heart Club. Everyone does their part to bring love. We love day. We love Jesus at the Secret Heart Club. Poppy. Love you, girl. Love you, too. What do them young people do? The young people do this. That's stupid. Love you, girl. It's not stupid. Young people will young people all day. I'll text you when it starts and it's over. Well, I'm going to tell you, you can call it. I mean, 6 a.m. Now, see, listen here. Listen, Linda, listen. When I said the ringer would be on, 6 a.m. Okay, you know what? I'm going to turn the ringer on at 6 a.m. I'm going to turn it on. Even though she flipped me off. Yeah. How old is baby? How old is baby now? Because it was August. So we're at like 4 months. Her little baby flipped her the bird today. No, they use their thumb on index. 4 months, that's right. Fun fact about me, I won't hold a baby unless it's 4 months old. All that flipping and flopping with the head, I don't have time for that. You need to act right when you get around me. I don't care if you're 4 months or not. Yeah, but I got you. I got you. I'm a little tired today, guys. A little emotional. I cried my pretty little eyes out. I'm gonna tell you why. I was just saying yesterday, I don't like. I don't. It's not that I don't like presents. Um, it's just that I really enjoy thoughtful presents. So if it's not like thoughtful, you know what I mean? For instance, and y'all are gonna, I think parents can relate. If a 3-year-old I'm hanging out with you, you're 3, and you go over here and you hand me this, and you're like, Auntie Lakeitha, this is for you. I don't want that. Because you just grabbed anything and it doesn't mean anything, right? And so what we kind of do is kind of like, why don't do these holidays and stuff like that, and like birthdays? You won't be getting any birthday presents from me. It's like, if somebody has to tell you to do something nice, just for me, I know everybody else likes it. If the government or whoever, Hallmark, had to tell you to give me something because like they had to give you a reason to give me a gift, so now you're stressed and you're out here looking, and it's like, if my birthday's on Saturday and you got the gift on Tuesday, why wouldn't you just give me the gift on Tuesday? You know why you wouldn't give it to me? Because somebody told you you have to wait until this day. But what if I die on Friday? And now look at you, looking stupid, crying, because you never got to give me the gift. Just give the person the gift. Is how I feel. I really do feel that way. You know what I mean? So it's not that I don't like gifts. It's just like, people will really come out of left field with all sorts of random stuff. Poppy says, I texted you a photo of how the kids do it these days for the heart. Yeah, I put my phone over there. Ben taught me that I can't have too many interneting at the same time. I'm gonna look at it because the kids be doing it. You know how it is. We were cool once. But let me tell you something. My friend Leslie, we've been friends since 11 years old. So we're talking like 3 decades. She told me last week, she's like, oh, I sent you something for Kwanzaa. That alone. No, has anybody, not here, not since I've been living in Montana. If you're my friend, you know, I mean, I don't celebrate Christmas and I do celebrate Kwanzaa. Never, ever, ever has anybody thought to give me a Kwanzaa present. And like, fine, it's fair. You don't do it, or you don't know, or whatever the case, whatever. It's not that. I was struck though, because nobody ever in 42 years thought to give me a Kwanzaa gift. I just, whatever it was, I thought it was just a very nice gesture anyway, you know? And so I was like, oh, I'm going to wait till the first day of Kwanzaa, which is the day after Christmas. And I got it. And here in our town today, we're supposed to get a really bad windstorm, but it's been, if you can imagine, like a rainstorm, like the worst rainstorm you've ever seen coming in, it was like that today, but the rain never came. So it was just very gloomy. I couldn't get it together. I was just kind of sad. I went for a walk. Somebody's Rottweiler was loose. The thuggish deer. I mean, y'all should be sleeping by now, shouldn't you? Where did deer go? Do they hibernate? I've had enough. I had enough today. I get the gift. I'm like, I'm going to open it. And I might cry now because it's just like, dang. So if you guys watch this channel, I talk a lot about my personal Christian experience. I wouldn't even say I gave my life to the Lord. I would say the Lord came and got me September 15th, 2019. And I still haven't told you guys the story, but it's like one of those kind of like insane things, like, oh, this is undeniable. Like when Paul was on his way to Damascus and there's like lightning and stuff like that, and he goes blind. It was an experience akin to that. As a matter of fact, after what happened, I'll tell you guys some other time, I immediately went to my house and like chain smoked cigarettes, Newports, because I knew my time of smoking cigarettes had ended. Like I knew it, so I was like trying to get it all in. Anyway, that happened, and so I ever since then, the short of it is I have continuously put myself, is how I'm going to put myself in spaces in the church where I just wasn't received well, and it has caused tremendous damage in my life. And I've talked about it before, and I'm talking like medical damage, psychological damage, emotional damage. It hasn't, and so my thing is, and people don't like it when I say it, it's like, I don't always like God's people. I love God. My faith has never wavered at any point. My faith hasn't wavered at any point. Wanting to be around others in the kingdom definitely has, but I keep trying. Right? And so what made me cry about this gift, so I'll tell you this, and I'll also tell you about the What Would Jesus Do band I wear. If you looked at me and saw that I have a What Would Jesus Do band, you'd be like, oh, look at Lakitha. Reppin' Jesus Christ. Would you be surprised? I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you the story about why I have the What Would Jesus Do band for context. So we all know that movement from like high school or whatever. I do have some very caring people in my life, and I would say for the most part, I mean, by far and large, they are not followers of Christ, by and large. And so my friend Annalisa, this was 2020. I had moved to Georgia with this family, thinking I was going to be in a Christian community, and that wasn't the case, and that's okay. But I didn't know kind of like what was happening, because I was like, but I'm here. I was just kind of confused, and I would call her and like process things, and my feelings were always hurt, and it was just like a lot of rejection. And Annalisa was not a believer at all. At the time, she had a girlfriend, actually. And I think they had been going strong for a few years. And so she wasn't a believer. But two things about her. At some point, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to know how to like share the gospel in under a minute. And she's not a believer. I wanted to I learned how to share the gospel in under a minute. And one day, for hours, she sat on the phone with me and let me like practice. again and again and again, she's not a believer, but she's my friend. And this was important to me, so she supported it. Okay. So as time would pass and circumstances got more difficult for me in the way of more of the rejection, I would call her, and while she's not a believer, she didn't know how to, she wouldn't pray or whatever, right? And you know what she would say to me? All she knew to say was, well, what would Jesus do? So my friend who does not follow Christ, even though the offense was being given toward me, was consistently telling me to prioritize Christ and give these people who were offending me grace. And that's the reason why I wear the what would Jesus do? Because that's what she would say to me. Well, what would Jesus do? Are you guys following me? Like why I wear it? It's very loving. It's very loving. And I think it's amazing to have who knows your own heart, is a very soft hearted, and they love you so much that they point you toward the thing that you're wanting, even though they don't agree with it. So that's one friend. That's my friend, Annalisa. So who would win, the biggest small one or the smallest big one? Zai is asking who would win, the biggest one or the smallest big one? Well, that's obvious. Everybody knows the answer to that. Lord Poppy says, I'm out now. It's going to be a long night because she can't, oh, dang it, eat after 2. Love you lots. Love you more. So does this bird. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. A baby? She can't eat for 4 hours? Yeah. That's going to be kind of wild for her. So the gift I got today was from Leslie, who is also not a believer. I will say, while I was there in Georgia, Leslie drove from, because the people who knew me at the time, they were like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with you. What's wrong? And I wouldn't talk about it because I thought if I talked about what was going on, I was speaking ill of Jesus. So I wasn't telling anybody, but I was suffering. And so she drove from Detroit to Atlanta to come check on me. It's wild. It's a good friend. So what she got me for Kwanzaa is a book on biblical womanhood. You know, and not only that, but I'm tearing up, but she read it first. She also doesn't follow Christ. Leslie also, she turned me on a podcast called the Holy Post too. And so it's the Kwanzaa, it's the pointing me toward Christ. What a great friend. you know. And then the third one is Afton, who is on the food truck and would allow me to like live stream from the food truck. Afton is also the one who encouraged me to create this whole operation as a ministry instead of a nonprofit. And whenever I get off track, will remind me that this is a ministry and not just simply a nonprofit. Afton also is not a follower of Jesus Christ. And the reason why all of this made me cry today is because what I've wanted so bad for years and years and years and years, and what I've been pursuing is Christian friends. And it like just doesn't happen that way. And that's been so hard. And actually, while I was Leslie called and I was just kind of talking to her about it, that, you know, the last time I pursued friendships, do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're like looking for a friend. Last time I did that, notably was in 4th grade. I wanted to be friends with some girl named Lauren. And so today, and a little bit of what the crying was about was just kind of like, I think I give up. It's been like maybe 6 years now. And I think I just hate it. I hate that. Maybe that the people, and Ben's my friend too, right? But the people who support my faith walk the most, like the most, in a very genuine way, support my curiosities, support my critiques, support my intellectualism regarding the matter, support me looking for churches. The people in my life that do that the most are people who are not following Christ. And I hate that. And it made me cry. And it also kind of made me be like, I'm done. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm over it. I found a church home and I really like it. And I've been thinking about it ever since. Like, I'm going to go to activities and blah, blah, blah. But I have, like, truly in my heart of hearts, I have zero expectations of anything besides, like, going in and kind of going out. Because the expectations have been, you know, you can get hurt that way. And, you know, and I just want to say too, good morning, Gideon. I want to say too, I don't think this is the end. I think maybe it's just like a little pause. But anyway, friends that lead you and toward Christ and support your faith walk. That I was told early on it doesn't exist. If you have unsaved friends, sometimes people say it in the comments, "Hey Davy, if you have unsaved friends, they're going to lead you to destruction and and that might be the case. Maybe, right? I mean, it kind of depends on who you are too. Maybe you're up for the okey doke. I'm just saying, right? That could be something. But there's this saying, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And I have said that to somebody before too, in the church. They're like, it's not about you, and blah 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 blah. And I was younger in my faith then. I would say now, fellowshipping is a two-way street, and theoretically, right. If we're all selfless and serving, we're all serving. So let's take this bird right here. I'm serving this bird, strapped him in, right? Great. This bird is serving me by comfort or whatever. And that would be a good model, because I'm serving the bird. Like, I'm not focused on me at all. And I'm just serving. And the bird is not focused on himself or herself, whatever. They, we can put a they in there. There's a place to put it. No, let's do a him. And then he's serving. So then the overflow is like, my needs get met too, right? In theory, that really is like how that would work. But, and then this is where we go into grace versus gaslighting. What we have many, many times is this bird is serving. And Lakeitha's like, yeah, this is pretty good. I got all the comfort. I could probably, I rock with this, right? And meanwhile, the bird eventually is going to get depleted, and then me and my selfishness, and not giving may or may not be addressed. And so when you have the selfishness or the rudeness or the greed or the whatever, when you have enough of that not getting addressed, then and you're allowing the birds of the church to give, it creates an imbalance, and we can border, and I want to be careful with the word, but we can border on abuse, right? Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, the bird doesn't get what the bird needs, and so there's an issue with that. But if you say that out loud, then you're the problem. And that's where it all gets a little wonky and complicated. So I think there needs to be maybe more honesty involved. But all the same, I got a book today on biblical womanhood, and I really appreciate it. I think what I'll do is start that book at the beginning of the year when I start officially training for the powerlifting competition with the other beast women in the powerlifting gym who are feminine, you know? Because at the end of the day, what makes you a woman are things that can't be bought. I think well, it's another story for another time, I suppose, but you know, as I'm starting a home for adolescent boys, the subject comes up frequently. How are boys raised? And I always say, like, I defer to the men, like, I'm looking for godly men to be consultants because I was raised by all women. I am a woman and I have daughters. So, like, I don't know how to raise a boy to be a man. And likewise then, right? Girls are the same. There's certain things with, so I'll leave after this, but I'm a social worker, and in our group chat, somebody was like, hey, does anybody know where to get free, feminine products? And I'm a woman, right? If there's women watching, your next question is pads or tampons? Which one? You know, because you're not using both. Like, you have a preference, right? And even a woman would know that. But it's for a middle schooler. So she said she needs something of a starter pack, right? And it's like, so a girl would know, like, medium pads and then like probably light tampons, and then, you know what I mean? So why am I saying this? I just wanted to highlight the point when people are like, you can become a woman or become a man. It's like, it's those, what I just told you about being a girl, like what kind of feminine products, it's that kind of stuff, like, you grow up with, you kind of like know, right? Or like covering your drink. You would know that. I don't know if boys do that, but so that'll be an interesting journey. All right, well, I'm gonna go. Just wanted to talk about my friends, specifically my unsaved friends, and that they are, the ones I mentioned at least, are top tier, super supportive of my faith walk. I feel very, very blessed, and I hope that I'm half the friend. I could only pray that I would be half the friend to them that they are to me. So Trump is the best for sure. You know, every once in a while somebody comes on here saying that. I would like to redirect that comment to Jesus Christ every time. Like, you could vote for this bird if you would like to. But there's only one king. So, I hope you look into Christ, my friend. I am 3+Kei. I'm here to encourage you to pursue the smile by prioritizing your physical health and persistent education. And I will crash out of the day. I can't tell you. Planning the last daily episode of this live stream will be January 28th. And just for my own safety, you gotta wait and see. But that's the crash out of the day. And it should be noted, I located a stand-up comedian who is going to help me come up with a comedy set. We're here every night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll talk to you guys later.